So how did Dil Bekaraar, happen to you? Matlab, was it when you were doing Arya, or how did the show come about?
After Arya, I got an offer for Dil Bekaraar. At that time, it was titled Those Pricey Thakur Girls, based on
Yes.
the novel.
Yeah.
But then the title was changed later. So it was basically offered to me as an antagonist, which I was excited to play because it's a gives me a chance to do something different away from an image that is conforming me into a particular style of performance. So it was a different role to play. So
Right.
that's why I took it up.
Okay. ठीक है. This show is based in the 80s. So when you talk about the 80s, one knows about cinema, fashion, hairstyle. वो सारा बहुत popular था 80s में. So what is your memory of that era?
Excellent memory, because I was growing up in those years.
Yeah.
So it was color television coming into India. It was all the things which are being shown slightly in the promos are going to be shown more graphically in the show. Whether it's India winning the World Cup, whether it is I was in boarding school, doing school at that time. So what all happened in the country? So many things happened between the 80s and 90s. It was a time of disco music. It was a time of quality ice cream. It was a time of thumbs up. It was a time of it was not a consumeristic society at that time. It was more simple. There was a lot of outdoor activity one could do. There wasn't technological advancement like we have today, that I can give an interview while sitting so far away. So it was a time of trunk calls. It was a time of booking a trunk call, making a PP trunk call for a particular person, telegrams, writing letters. No mobile phones, nothing. It was quite a different era. A lot of superb memories. You have memories of that era?
I mean, I'm a 90s kid, so मतलब मुझे 80s का ज़्यादा नहीं पता है, but what I've seen is like I love the fashion and hairstyle and everything from that era, like cinema. मतलब वो time का इतना beautiful था. I can't even begin.
It was the time of single screen theaters.
Yeah.
The time of buying popcorn, or you used to have those red chips which were नमक और लाल मिर्ची. कोई उसका मतलब कोई कंपनी का नहीं होता था, ऐसी प्लास्टिक पैकेट्स में मिलते थे. Things were more reasonable. Everything was, it was a very different time.
So sir, on one side you're popular because of your role in Josh, and on the other side people who love art cinema, they know you because of Maachis. So what I'm trying to ask you is that, was that your attempt at balancing out between commercial and art film during that time?
I think I wanted to do good films, and I don't believe commerce and art can be defined just by the genre of the film. Right. So, of course, Maachis is always going to be very close to my heart, and it's a very special film for the country, for everyone. Yeah. And 25 years over of Maachis this year, so that's a wonderful occasion to celebrate. But Josh also, I really enjoyed working in, because I was working with a director like Mansoor, who is very good also. I mean, that was the last film he did, but whatever work he did prior were all watershed films. So my intention was to work in good cinema. And so Gulzar Saab gave me the break. Jai ji gave me a break, firstly with Tere Mere Sapne, and Gulzar Saab with Maachis. I'm very grateful to them for that. So that gave me a chance to do work with better makers. Yeah. And better makers in the sense that all the better makers who one wanted to work with. So after working and doing, those films did well at the box office, Maachis and Tere Mere Sapne.
Yes.
Give me an opportunity to work with all the good quality makers at that time.
Right. Right. So, what I want to ask you is that Matches also happen to be, it is considered to be your debut, and like you mentioned, it won a lot of accolades. But we never saw you work in such a movie again. So, what happened there? Like, did people stop offering you such roles, or did you, not find them interesting enough that you did not take them up? What really happened?
No, no, I think it was a combination of both factors. People did offer me work,
Mm-hmm.
which was of that sort of, you know, it was just that there was so much work happening at that time that sometimes I couldn't accommodate
Right.
that, or there were choices I made which maybe I could have chosen otherwise, you see.
Right. Right.
But I think वो अच्छी अच्छी फिल्में बनी, और ये सब तकदीर का खेल है.
Mm-hmm.
तो मैं ये भी नहीं कह सकती काश मैं उसमें होता या उसमें होता. ये चॉइस तो मेरी भी थी, और
Right.
समय की भी पाबंदी थी कि समय समय अगर आपके पास कम हो और 3 पिक्चर एक साथ करना चाहो, वैसे नहीं कर सकते थे, क्योंकि उस जमाने में आप दिन में कभी कभी 2 शिफ्ट 3 शिफ्ट करते थे अलग अलग पिक्चरों के लिए.
Right.
तो ऐसा नहीं था कि अभी एक स्ट्रेच में एक एक प्रोजेक्ट जो है खत्म होता है तो एक ही जोन में रहते हैं आप थ्रू आउट. वो लग्जरी नहीं
Right.
थी. कभी
Right.
कभी आपको कुछ दिन इसको देने पड़ते थे, कुछ दिन उनको देने पड़ते थे. ये ऐसे ही कैलेंडर होते थे. तो वो सब उस जमाने का था. इस जमाने का थोड़ा अलग है. उस जमाने का कुछ अलग था.
Right. So, यही मैंने आपको अभी बताया that Arya, it became your comeback project, and it was also much appreciated, and that was OTT, and like you mentioned that अभी वो format अलग हो चुका है. So, like, are you like open to OTT, since even Dil Bekaraar is an OTT platform? So, are you like, do you believe that you are here to embrace OTT fully now?
I'm actually, I never, from the time I started working with Ram, I enjoyed working. It was no different than working in a film for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I didn't think of it as, this is a different screen, that's a different screen. As long as your product or your creativity can reach across and communicate with people, because that's important. And film is where I started from. So film is the reason why I got OTT in the first place. So film, I just have great respect for. I love to work in both formats, and I look forward to working in both in the future also.
Beautiful. So, are you part of Arya too? And if you are, what is the update on the project?
I'm not supposed to say anything, so I am.
Oh God. Okay.
But
Right.
Arya 2 is going to be releasing, hopefully, fingers crossed, shortly. And Arya's gone to the Emmys, so today we'll know.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So exciting.
Fingers
So,
crossed. Fingers crossed.
same. So, so what are your upcoming projects? What do you have after Dil Bekaraar?
Well, again, I'm not allowed to speak
Oh
openly about
God.
them because of
Okay.
NDAs, and there's some negotiations going on. Might be some shootings in the future, but there
Mhm.
is a film I've done with Akshay Kumar, and
Mhm.
that is going to release sometime next year. We've nearly completed the project,
Okay.
so that's one film. Right now, this web series, Dil Bekaraar, is releasing, and then further on there'll be further work. Whenever I'm supposed to speak of it, then I'll speak of it.